Model context protocol. Natural language is going to drive the flow of business. What is it and what does it mean for the future of your business? You can put into any LLM or any AI is reading the MCP server. MCP servers are blowing up right now. Model context protocol. What is it and what does it mean for the future of your business? Model context protocol is the latest and greatest invention around how to work with an application and your AI of choice, whether that's ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, you name it. MCP is created on top of an application to allow you to embed common actions, common tasks, and access to the database. So this way, regardless of what tool you're in, like Claude or Gemini or ChatGPT, you're going to be able to interact with that application. And it's going to have all of the context that it's going to need to perform those given actions. So a good example is, I'm in ChatGPT and I want to be able to make a, posting on inventory. And I can say, hey, please go create an inventory adjustment for this given item within my ERP. So doing this is like normally the LLM is not going to understand where to go. It's not going to understand exactly how it should post it. It's going to be making lots of guesswork. But with an MCP server, you're giving it the context that it has a description of here's the function that you need to use when you make an inventory adjustment. So the LLM is reading the MCP server to understand exactly what action it should perform when it gets a given input from you. So it's kind of like a mapping on the actions in the application that the LLM can understand and then use on your behalf. So what this means for the future of business is that rather than having to programmatically set up APIs to set up automation and say, if this, then execute this, like conditionals, things are now going to change where natural language is going to drive the flow of business. So you're going to be able to set up MCP servers that have actions that the LLM can understand. And then rather than having to go into the application and perform given actions, you can actually be inside of your AI of choice and be performing those actions because it understands the context and the actions that are able to be performed in that system and when and why they should perform that. So MCP servers are blowing up right now because everyone's realizing that this is the universal plug that you can put into any LLM or any AI, and it's going to connect your application into it and allowing people to move a lot of their work to having that performed within an AI as opposed to having to log into several different applications to perform given tasks. So this is really the universal plug for applications into LLMs. And it's really going to change the where of where work is performed rather than having to go into all these different sets of applications. And it's way different than an API because you're not having to tell it, hey, if this happens, then call this API. Instead, you're just giving it the context and the description of the tools, and it's going to be able to figure out on its own when it should go and use those given tools and actions on your behalf. So really cool stuff, really exciting to see where the direction of this is heading. There's a lot of new agentic AI scenarios that have been released because of this new innovation with MCP that I'm excited to see unlocked for all of our audience out there and all of our customers here at Bolt.